Good afternoon, everybody. Jennifer here with Canvas Sign Designs. How are you guys doing today? Today I thought it would be fun for hand lettering happy hour well, I think it will be fun and I need to get it done. So I need to make Abby a Valentine's Day card for Valentine's Day. And I haven't done that yet. So I thought, what better time than right now to make her a card and show you guys how I do that and what my process is. So as you are coming in, say hello. Let me know who's watching. I'm just going to adjust this camera here real quick while I am waiting for everyone to come in. Hey, Miss Deb, how are you today? So yeah, I need to make a card for Abby for Valentine's Day. And so that's what we're going to do today. And if I get time, then maybe I'll make another one. Hey, Angela. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Colleen. So my first thought was to make one like we did, like our journal page that we did this month in the Happy Lettering Club. But I did get some plates and a plate and a cup from Target for Abby for Valentine's Day. I always kind of do that for my girls. And it had cherries on it. And as I was getting my washi tape for the card, I saw this washi tape with cherries on it. And I thought, maybe I should do her a little card with cherries on it to match her plate. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to use the same kind of format, but just do cherries instead of hearts. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe if my cherries don't look very good, then I might change my mind. But for now, that is what I'm going to do. So I got this watercolor tablet from Walmart. It is 5.5 by 8.5. And these are perfect little sizes for cards. So I think I'm going to use that. And I'm going to divide it in half so that I can fold it. Actually go this way with it. So I'm just going to meet these two together and just pinch it right there where that halfway mark is. And then I'm going to put it in this little paper cutter here. And I'm going to take this embossing tool. And I'm just going to do that. And that's going to create a nice, you can't see it because the lights are so bright. Oh, you can kind of see it now. There it goes. It creates a nice little line. Hopefully y'all can see that. It creates a nice little line for folding so that it just folds very easily right there. So that's my hack. That's what I use this for. I'm not saying that's what it's for, but that's what I use it for. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Leanne. How are y'all doing today? Okay, so yeah, I'm running a little bit behind on the Valentine's Day thing, which is, weird. But so on this watercolor paper, there's a textured side and a smooth side that, once again, you can't necessarily see because of these bright cameras. But there is two different sides, and so I'm going to use the texture side. Hey, Dewey, how are you? I'm going to see if I can turn the brightness down on this camera just a little bit because I feel like it's so bright. Sometimes it gets so bright that you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I think that's a little bit better. And let's see, let's make it not quite so bright. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's always hard to get these figured out. Hey, Juanita. Hey, Darlene. So I'm just making a card for Abby. See, yeah, you can see now just a little bit better. It's not so bright. So it's actually going to go like this. And I could make it like this, I guess. Let's do it like this. I never make a card this way. I always do this way. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take some of this washi tape and just put a strip right through the middle. Just make sure I get it straight. Leave a little extra so I can actually use this to tape it down. And then I'm going to copycat these little cherries for the card. So just like that. And now I'm going to take a watercolor brush pen that I have here and some pink here. And I'm just going to grab a pink Tombow card. I'm going to mark on this little blending palette that I have. And we're going to get started. I'm just going to add a little watercolor. I like to use the Tombow card markers because I just think they're sometimes just easier and they give me a lighter color. I don't know. I like to use them. So I know some of you in the Happy Lettering Club have posted some cards that you have done. Does anybody make their own cards? I hate spending $5 on a card. So I know you can get the dollar cards, but homemade cards are so much better. Leanne said, you're a cherry snob. I'm going to have to remember that, Leanne. Did not know that about you. Cherries are popular. I'm seeing them all over the place. And so when I went to Target yesterday, I started getting my older two daughters, obviously I don't get them plates and cups for Valentine's Day anymore. But when they were younger, it's like they get so much candy from so many places that I always just use that opportunity. Target always has really cute, like little plastic Valentine's Day cups and bowls and plates. And I used to get them that stuff for Valentine's Day because it was cute and I would just make them a cute little breakfast and put it on their plate and cup that I wouldn't put breakfast on the cup, but you know what I'm saying. I would put their little breakfast on their plates for them. And I still have those plates. And when we were unpacking our house, I was unpacking them and Andy was like, do we need all these plates and cups? And I was like, no, we cannot get rid of those. Those are sentimental. I need those plates and cups, the Valentine's Day one. And so I haven't gotten Abby any. So I thought this year I'm going to get her some. And so the one that I liked had cherries on it and it had a pink background. I should have grabbed it from the house, but honestly, I was not planning on using that design. But when I grabbed this tape, I was like, I can do the cherries. That will be cute. So I'm just getting a light pink background on this card. I know I'm not, if any of you are watercolor people, you're probably like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? I'm not a watercolor expert. This is just how I do it. And it works. Works just fine. So put the washi tape here and this is my background. And now I'm going to dry it. Yes, I am going to do that, Dixie. Give them to my girls for their kids. Yes, I know. Men don't get it. They're like, why do we have so many Valentine's Day plates? I think I just have like a couple of sets. But I would get them like placemats and I don't know. I'm always trying to think of gifts that have multi-uses, right? Like I don't want to buy a gift that they're just gonna like, we don't need another stuffed animal. We don't need any more candy. Like, what could I get them, that is like cute that they could keep? Oh, Leanne, you found some slippers at Hobby Lobby that had cherries on them. I know there's all kinds of cherry stuff. Tracy said she used the same paper to make a birthday card with watercolor birthday candles for her granddaughter. Oh, I bet that was so cute, Tracy. You need to, if you took a picture of it, post it in the group. I bet that was really cute. Okay, so now I'm just going to do some little cherries. Let's see. Let's get some red here. I do remember on the plates, the stems were not green, they were navy, which is kind of interesting. So I might do the navy. Just this is real dark pink, and then let's get. I think I'm just going to use red. I thought I grabbed red. I thought I grabbed red. Let's see. The thing I like about watercolors is I feel like everything doesn't have to be perfect, you know? I'm going to get some of this red. Of course, anytime you use watercolor, it's going to be way lighter than, you know, what the marker is. So I'm going to do a little circle here. Oh, the sun is coming out. I'm so ready for spring, y'all. Did you see it just got really bright? Because I have a window right here and the sun just came out. I'm so ready for spring. I feel like this winter weather just is very gloomy and I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know how people can live like, up north where it's so cold and gloomy and for so long because it really does like affects you. Let's see. Let's do trying to do these like a little bit different angles where they're not all like facing the same way. Glad I have this tape to look at. That definitely helps. I need something to look at sometimes, especially where drawing is concerned. Maybe not so much lettering anymore, but once upon a time. And let's do some like singles. Here. Y'all get your kids anything for Valentine's Day? I really wanted to get I was in Target yesterday and they had some really cute Kinder Scott heart necklaces, and I really wanted to get some for the older girls, but I didn't. Mainly because my oldest daughter lives in Spain and it's going to take like everything shipping there takes forever. Like it takes weeks. And so I didn't think of the idea early enough. And I felt like if I got one something, I need to get both something. So I just didn't do anything. And I thought about sending them a picture and saying, this is what I thought about getting you. Does that count? Ugh, I keep grabbing this because it looks red, doesn't it? But it's not. Candy said you had lots of sunshine, but temps below 0 for highs. Ugh, that is way too cold. I do not like that. It's really cold here. It was nice last week. It was warm, but it wasn't like sunny or anything. But this week has been cold, and I hope it's the last one. Hope it's our last cold spell for a while. Of course, that's in Texas. I know if you live up north, y'all get cold till May. I just can't. Seems crazy to me. Okay, let's do single one here. Need more water. In the south. Yes, Leanne, 100%. In the South, the weather is bipolar, Leanne said. Sometimes tripolar. Yes. You never know what season it is sometimes in Texas. Okay. So almost done here. Just in these little circles. And then I'll probably go in and maybe just do a little bit of shading on them. Maybe. They really look pink and not as red. Let's see. Let's go this way. I'm trying to decide where the stems are going to go. Okay, and then I can add like little cute little dots or something. Something like that. Okay, let's see. I don't have my little paper towel over here. Just wash these off. And let me get some navy blue. I don't know if these are going to be dark as I need them. That's purple. That's just as dark. Hey, Miss Marilyn. Hey, how are you? Hey, Elizabeth. I'm. I know. Elizabeth, I always tell my kids, like, for Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and stuff, like, don't, like, I want you to do something nice and sweet and tell me you love me on just a random regular day. Not just because it's a holiday and you have to. The only reason I like Valentine's Day is so that I can create cute things with hearts on it because I love the colors and, Valentine's Day colors and all that. So let's do here. I'm going to do the little leaves in just a minute, but I'm just trying to get. And I'm doing, again, if you're just tuning in, I'm doing navy because it matches these little plates that I got Abby for Valentine's Day. Let's do that. And that's kind of cute. Let's see. Now we got to add our little leaf. Now this might be where I have to take this and twist it around different directions. Cute little leaf there. I shouldn't do these upside down because my leaves might end up on the wrong spot. Let's see. Let's do a leaf here. Some on this tape have the leaf with like right here, the little stem is a little bit longer than the leaf, so I just did that there, but I don't know if I like it. Do you ever like try to do something the way that it shows somewhere and like it just doesn't look right when you do it, but then where you're looking at what you're looking at is they have it. Ooh, that's hopefully that doesn't drip. They have it like that, and you never even noticed or thought that looked weird, but when you do it, it looks weird. If that makes sense, that's how I feel about the leaf. Maryland, you're forecast to get 4 to 6 inches of snow today and tonight. Oh my goodness. I got lots of water on this, so I'm just gonna touch it and the water just goes right on here because I don't want it to like roll off. It shouldn't, but I don't want it to ruin that again. Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to get any more snow. I haven't heard anything. Let's let that sit for a while. But usually here in Texas, we end up getting something in February. Some kind of cold, not necessarily always snow, but the last few years we've gotten a little bit of snow in February. Like I just need to put some more navy here, and it's not over here with all this water. These are so tiny that I smeared that one. Let's see if I can make that a little bit bigger to hide that little smear. I'll probably outline these too. I should have just got my marker and drawn these little leaves, but let's do 2 leaves on this one. Right here. And might need to add some more little cherries and some spots that I have that are little blank, little empty. Sometimes it's hard to do like things like in different like directions because until you can like see it all put together, it's hard to imagine what it's going to look like when you're just doing little circles. So I think I'm going to add, let's see, add one more, like another little cherry set here and here. Get a little bit more red. Here, and then let's do a single here. Like my brushes are I need to dry this a bit. Oh, Patty says, saying sleet Thursday here. Need to get your faucets covered again after the 80-degree weather. I know. I don't even think we uncovered them, Patty. Patty lives close to me, so I didn't know we were supposed to get that. If there were any, like it rained really hard here last night and the night before, you know. Angela's having a snow day in Missouri. Patty's, why do everything always happen when you're trying to get online to watch me? I don't know, Patty. It's a world trying to interfere with your crafting. That ain't right. And Valerie said she'll stop complaining about the 50-degree temps there. You can still complain about that. It is, I'm just ready for spring. I feel like once spring hits, like immediately everybody's mood is better and you feel like you have more energy and you want to like do stuff. Whenever it's just yucky all the time, it's just hard to want to think or do anything. Let's see. Let's pretend. Oh, these probably should go this way. Here. Let's make this one go here. It's like you could be feeling so like and the second the sun comes out, you just like immediately like you feel better. Like you just notice like just this whole like weight is lifted and you just feel like you have more energy. I don't know. That's how I am. Let's see. Let's do make that go off the edge a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. And then I'm gonna do some little dots. I'm just trying to think of how I want to do these. Maybe let's see if I can manage a really thin little dot. Sometimes I do this like if I'm having an area like this and I have like some negative space, but I don't really want to like fill it up with the design. I'll just add like a little dot in these blank spaces and it just kind of helps it look complete. So you can see the difference between dots and no dots. See how that just adding those few little dots just helps, kind of fill up those little empty spaces. If you're feeling like, you know what? Now that I look at that a little closer, I'm gonna do a little cherry coming off the end here. And then we'll pretend like one's kind of going off the edge here. And then I'm not going to do any blue there. Let's see. Let's pretend like that's going that way. All right, now I'm going to do some dots and all these little empty spots here. Cute. I think that looks so cute. So we're not all the way done, but almost close. What do y'all think so far? Hey, Miss Brenda. Oh, the flu has run through your house. You've missed so much. Well, I did see that you joined the Happy Lettering Club, Brenda. So there's a lot of ladies on here that are in the Happy Lettering Club, and we are excited to have you. And I can't wait until you can participate and watch. I know there is a lot of junk going around. I've had like some upper respiratory kind of stuff this last week that has gotten me down a little bit, and it just makes me want to just sit on the couch and do nothing. So today I actually feel a little bit better than I have in the last several days. So I felt like actually coming over here and working, which I have not felt like doing in several days. And so then everything piles up. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, these are kind of curled. Okay, now I need to dry this a bit, but I'm gonna get like a really fine tipped monoline pen, and this is like a 03. So you can get one. They all kinds of brands that make them. You can get like a Micron is another brand name. This is Faber Castell, which is the one like my big lettering pen that I like. They're all. This is a Tombow one. They're all they all work great. Of course I have a ton because why? I have no reason at all. I'm going to take this and hopefully I don't. Let's see how skinny this is. I'm just going to trace these cherries. Very, very lightly, like very, very lightly, but just kind of helps them pop out just a little bit. It's kind of scary at first, like, oh my gosh, you're going to take that black. But if you get one that's like really tiny, that is the key. It's not going to look so bold. I have to admit, I was a little bit nervous at first. I was like, oh, am I going to mess this up? But it just looks so much better. Just adding that. And actually, I could have even added like black dots instead of blue. Think of it just as an accent color. It's not like the main color. And it feels like you shouldn't do it, but it actually just kind of helps them stand out a little bit better. And I don't like trace them exactly. I like my lines to be off just a little bit. Just like I like to do that with the watercolor. And then, when I'm creating watercolor designs, just kind of take a really, really thin black and just sort of make a scribbly outline. Now that I think about it, me and Abby went to Hobby Lobby last week, or maybe it was this weekend, Saturday, and we got some punch needle little kits because I've been wanting to try that. And the one Abby got was cherries. So that will even be more perfect. But you see how it's just very, I didn't outline them perfect. It's just kind of a messy little outline. You know what I should have done? I'm going to do this. I already put blue dots, but over the blue dots, I'm going to do little hearts. I think that would look really cute. Like little tiny hearts. And because my dots were little and I'm using a tiny little pen, I can just do these right on top. So you won't ever know I did a little polka dot. Just gonna cover it right up. Sometimes we get the inspiration. We don't always have all the answers right when the project starts. Now, if I could have done blue hearts, that would have been better, but I don't have a blue in skinny little pen like this. But sometimes you just have to create as you go. Like sometimes I will get inspiration as I'm doing a project. It's like you gotta get started and then sort of let that creativity go. So how much cuter is that? Again, it would have been really cute if it was blue, but that's okay. I could have used a blue gel pen, I guess. But I'm going to add a little glitter to this. These little cherries. We made Valentine's Day cards for Abby's class last week, and Abby had this like idea in her mind of how she wanted to do her cards. So I was trying to be, the good mom and let her like just do it exactly how she wanted, even though it wasn't the cutest thing in the world. But she wanted me to write Happy Valentine's Day on it. And she was like, "Don't do lettering, Mom. Just write it normal." And I was like, "Oh, I can't." Just like, it was so hard for me. Although, there were 17 of them. So it was a lot. But I had to write Happy Valentine's Day. And she's like, "Don't write it all pretty in lettering." So, it, I was just like, "Okay, all right, it's gonna be okay. I won't do lettering. I won't do lettering." Anyway, so I just had to write it like messy, and it was a very odd feeling. Okay, so I need to add like a little white little thing. I'm gonna try to use every time I use these white glaze pens. I swear, like I don't feel like they ever show up, but we're gonna try. We'll see what happens. I know we've talked about this in the Happy Littering Club about how the white is that's not white. The white is hard to get to show up. Now a white, okay, that one's showing up. I don't know. So I'm just gonna do like a little. You guys probably can't see it, but I will hold it up and show you. So I'm making just little bitty tiny little dashes on there just to add a little bit to that. Again, white is never, white's not good with anything. Hey Lisa, how are you? Hey Lindsay, how are y'all doing? Yeah, then I have to try to write normal, Michelle. It was very hard. And it was just hard to like let go and let it be messy. So I should have taken a picture so I could show y'all what just regular handwriting looks like. But I was like, how can, of course, you have a mom that can write all nice and fancy, and she didn't want that. She just wanted regular. But I think it's because she worries that people won't be able to. She always tells me that when I write her name on her things for school. She's like, "Don't do lettering, just write it normal." I'm like, fine, fine. Okay, so that is kind of cute. Added some little white dashies. I'm going to take this off. See, now we have this little strip through the middle, and I can write her name on it. And then I'll probably write Abby on the front, and then Happy Valentine's Day like on the inside. But before I write her name, I'm going to take this same black and just kind of, I'm going to do it twice and kind of messy twice. Because I just kind of want to define that little line there. And see, let's see here. Now I can do any color. I kind of want to use that black glaze, but I don't. Let's not use black glaze. Let's use, maybe just a really pretty red. Let's see if the red will, I bet this red will work. Okay, I'm just gonna try to make sure all this is dry. Now, I've written Abby's name a bazillion times, obviously. So hopefully I'll get my spacing good. And see, there's a little bit of extra room here, but what I'm gonna do is take my Y and just fill it up that way. Let's do this little. I'm going to thicken up these little downstrokes. And this is a glazy pen, so it's really shiny. And I always have to be very careful because I'm always putting my hand. In fact, I'm going to do this. I'm always putting my hand through it. Sometimes on these watercolor cards, you might want to just like take it and just tape it down while you're doing what you need to do, because it has a tendency to like raise up and it sometimes messes my lettering up. So see how I'm going over these letters a bunch of times, not just lettering it once, but just kind of straightening out these lines. I'm not a fan of doing double letters together. We kind of touched on this a little bit recently in the Happy Lettering Club, but anytime you're doing two letters together, it feels like you need to make them exactly the same. But I say they just need to be sisters, not twins. Just need to look similar, but they do not have to look exactly the same. Okay. Now I think I'm going to take this and just kind of do a little bit of shading on the sides of these cherries, just to kind of bring that same color in here, because it looks, you know, really red, whereas these look more pink. I'm just going opposite of the where I did the white. Not sure how it'll look, but in the end, I'll slap some glitter on it and everything looks better with glitter. Just put my hand in that. What I just did. So this is the thing, the downfall with the glitter, I mean the glaze pens. And see, I just stuck my hand in the Y and messed it up. But it kind of looks like this is like a little heart right here. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make that a heart. So I'm always telling everybody, take your mistakes and try to make something out of it when you mess up, and nobody will, at least it will look better. I won't say, depends on the mistake, I guess, but that looks a little bit better than it did. So let's see here. What else could I do to add? I do have this navy glaze pen. That's what I should have done the hearts with. Shoot. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do, I'll do a little glaze there. There. Then I wonder, I'm going to do this navy glaze on top of these hearts. It will make them look not completely black, but a little bit bluish. And I'll also add a little raised look to them. And hopefully I can keep my hand out of them. But this is what I'm saying. Like, you just have to kind of like keep going and keep doing things and keep adding to it until it looks the way you want. And that's where your creativity is going to come out. Got to be very careful. I literally have to tell myself the whole time, like, don't put your hand in it. Don't watch your hands. Say, take a while to dry. I'm just going to put this dryer on here just a little bit to get it dry. I know we do need Abby to make a guest appearance. I know. I should have had her come in and show how she designed her Valentine's card. She had her whole thing planned out exactly how she wanted. She got suckers and she's like taped a sucker to the page and I wrote Happy Valentine's Day. And then she got these like glittery hearts that she taped on there. And I mean, you know, they were cute for first graders. Obviously, they're not cute for for some, you know, like I'm not saying they're not cute, but you know what I mean. Like me, the crafter, I want to go all out and do all kinds of cute things. But for her, they were so cute, and I just let her do her thing. I let her be. And once this dries, I can do this too. I'm going to write in print, and I'm not great at writing in print like this. But she is little, so I want her to, you know, be able to read it. So I'm just going to put made with love from you know, she already doesn't call me mommy anymore. Well, sometimes she does, but you know, because I have the two older girls, she calls me what they call me. And let's fill this blue heart up with some red here. I'm going to dry that so that I don't get my hand in it. Now I'm not a Sagittarius. I am a Libra. And my whole family is, so my husband, Andy, and Abby, and me are all Libras. And then my other two daughters are both Cancers. So we are July and October, you know. My middle daughter always says, oh, a house full of Libras. Y'all can never make a decision about anything. And it's so true. We are always so indecisive about everything. And I could even do like some polka dots or something here, you know, if I want. But let's add some glitter. Let's do a little glitter. I think for this one, I'm going to do silver. I don't know. The gold always looks so pretty. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to do silver. I'm going to add a little bit of these gold, silver sparkle pop. These are Pentel sparkle pop. Libras are creative. I know we're indecisive. That's one thing that we are. I'm going to add this to these blue leaves here because I didn't do anything on the blue. I added the gel onto the cherries. So let's add the sparkle onto the stem and the leaves. These, just adding a little bit of the sparkle, like it just, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but see how that's just sparkly there, and it just gives it a little bit of extra oomph. Gives it a little bit of extra shine and sparkle without just, you know, being super. And right here, that stinks. But you know what I think I might do? I think I might get a white paint pen, and I'm going to see if I can cover it up with the white paint pen. We'll see. Let's see here. I kind of want to add a little shadow to Abby, the name. Let's see if we can do that. So anytime I'm making something, I just keep looking at it and like, okay, where do I need to add something else? You know, if something still doesn't look right, I'm like, okay, what could I do to make it look different? You know, I just keep adding until I'm satisfied with it. Sometimes I add too much and then I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have done that. But it happens. If you don't like allow yourself to be creative like that, then you're never going to, you know, grow in your creative skills. You gotta be willing to make the mistakes in order to get better. And that's with anything in life, right? Like, not ever going to get better at anything that you do if you're not willing to at least just try it and be bad at it for a while. So that even sometimes in this light is very it's hard to see. Okay. So that even added like a little bit of extra shimmer and shine. That's so cute. It's going to match her little plate. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a white paint pen and see if I can add the white paint pen to that little spot right there. Sometimes whites don't perfectly match, but I gotta think it's gonna look better than smeared red gel paint at any rate. So there's usually always ways to fix things somehow. At least this way, your eye is not completely drawn to it. See? Let me get this little red right here. Got a little bit of white on there. Here, and then put the silver back. I covered it up. How cute is that? So I'll just probably write a little message on the inside, not like anything fancy. I get really like antsy whenever I have to like write a whole bunch of like words, like in a card. Like if I'm writing a card to somebody or a message to somebody, it's too much pressure to make it all fancy. Like one word, like their name or happy Valentine's Day or a little phrase or something like that is one thing. But when I have to like write a card and like the pressure is on to make it all like super neat, I can't handle it. So if any of you have ever gotten a card from me or anything, it's gonna be my sloppy handwriting on the inside. It's gonna have your name really cute or the little phrase really cute, but the rest of it's gonna be sloppy because it's just too much pressure. So I'll probably just do a little message to her on the inside. But how cute is that? Little cute little Valentine's Day card. And I'll try to like run over and get a picture with her little plate and cup and see what it's going to look like all together. Hopefully I don't get over there and be like, I totally, messed up the colors, but I think it'll look cute. So here's one down, one kid down, and then the other two either aren't going to get a card or, I mean, they don't live at home anymore. So I know I should make them something, but this just might be it for, for this. So, yeah, exactly. Deb said Gladys sloppy on the inside because she doesn't want my fancy writing. Totally. Hey, Marie, thank you. Thank you guys so much. This was fun. Okay. I want all of you to go out and go grab your craft supplies and make a cute little Valentine's Day card. And if you do, post it Send me a picture of it. Um, you know, show me what you did, okay? And I'll take pictures of this. This was fun, guys. I hope you have a warm rest of your afternoon. Stay inside, stay bundled up if you can. I try to keep saying, like, this is just a season of rest. God is giving us, winter is a season of rest, and God is giving us this winter weather so that we can rest up, so that when it's nice and pretty outside, we can then have the energy to get out there and do all the things. So if that makes you all feel better, it makes me feel better. Stay inside, do a little hand lettering, rest, craft. Then when it's pretty outside, well, probably still stay inside and craft. Okay, y'all have a good day. I will see you later. Bye.